As the hostage deal between Israel Defense Force and Hamas failed terribly, the Israeli government has resumed its operations in already torn apart Gaza. With 59 hostages yet to be released by Hamas, the Netanyahu government has now dismissed the head of the Shin Bet domestic intelligence service, which has led to a massive anti-government in Tel Aviv for 3 days. Netanyahu said this week that he had lost confidence in Ronen Bar, who has led the Shin Bet since 2021, and intended to fire him effective April 10th. The protesters at Tel Aviv's Habama Square waved blue and white Israeli flags and called for a deal that would see the release of the remaining Israeli hostages being held in Gaza. While one of the protesters asserted that the government failed in everything, former Israeli Prime Minister Yair Lapid accused Prime Minister Netanyahu of pushing for civil war.
So the Israeli government actually failed in getting its own goals out of the war. Either Hamas being taken out or the Israelis, the hostages bring back home. So this government failed in everything. And now they are going against every institute in Israel and against the people's desire.
This government is doing everything it can do to start a civil war here. Netanyahu is openly pushing for it. We will not let this happen. We will fight for the country, but we will not let them destroy the country.
Meanwhile, another demonstrator termed Benjamin Netanyahu as the most dangerous enemy of Israel.
The most dangerous enemy of Israel, it's not the Hamas, because we have very strong army where we can win the Hamas. The most dangerous enemy of Israel is Benjamin Netanyahu, because Benjamin Netanyahu for 20 years doesn't care about the country, doesn't care about the citizen.
Netanyahu has dismissed the accusations that the decision was politically motivated, but his critics have accused him of undermining the institutions underpinning Israel's democracy by seeking Bar's removal. Since the start of the war, there have also been regular protests by families and supporters of hostages seized by Hamas during the October 7th attack that have sometimes echoed the criticisms of the government. With the resumption of Israel's campaign in Gaza, the fate of 59 hostages, as many as 24 of whom are still believed to be alive, remains unclear, and protesters said a return to war could see them either killed by their captors or accidentally by Israeli bombardments.